distinguished honorable councillors from the different jurisdictions in Acholi sub-region, the chairpersons, 5 of Acholi districts who are here with us, colleagues in uniform, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Mr. Speaker, I would like to tender in apologies from our honorable members of parliament, who, as we all know, are ex-officials in this August House. They are en route to come to Gulu to attend tomorrow's burial. Unfortunately, they could not be with us. So I request that the Honorable Council accepts their apologies. Mr. Speaker, today's sitting marks actually the second sitting of our council. We had our council sitting on the day of swearing in, and we are having one today. I would like to say a big thank you to honorable councillors for seeing that this is a befitting council sitting. I want to applaud you for your attitude towards this community and for your love extended through this gesture. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, it is not everybody that lies in state. We see so many deaths in our community, but not all of them come to council and are accorded a sitting of this nature. That therefore means that the individual that lies in council today is one of impeccable personality. A trailblazer, a peace hunter, a decorated media personality whose activity in the media house and fraternity is marked with excellence. Mr. Speaker, the late was a cultural icon who used every means in his place to promote the illustrious and industrious Acholi culture. Mr. Speaker, as we eulogize the late LACAMBEL, we should also talk about him being a champion of technology. My grandfather, late Gunya, would send us down the streets, on the main street, to take his radio cassette for repair in Labco. This is how I interfaced with the late, as a young toddler running the back streets of Gulu's main street. And all his children and the people around him knew how to connect wires here and there. These areas and more are those that the late LACAMBEL is known for. Mr. Speaker, I am very proud of this council and that of sister districts in Acholi for coming up with these resolutions today. As Mayor of Gulu City, I can only commit and bless those resolutions. Mr. Speaker and members, we have been participants in different areas, but also have participated in functions of this nature in the past. Some of the resolutions did not see light of day. Mr. Speaker and members, I think that that is regrettable. And may this sitting not be one of those that we only speak and not act on resolutions. May this be the beginning of getting the job done, where we have spoken in reference to sittings of this nature. I want to, in a special way, thank the Honorable Oluba Alfred, because today he has opened a Pandora box full of details about the contribution and what I wrote in my notebook as the journey for peace. And I want to thank the member who suggested that this be documented and written. There are so many actually writers who could carefully put this journey in both Luo and English, so that a legacy lived very industriously as this does not end on the day of burial. Mr. Speaker, the cost of peace was shared just in brief for us to hear today. 3 days without eating food. And as they embarked on the journey, none of them knew they would come back. That is the cost of peace. If LACAMBEL, the late, and his colleagues, who looked very, very tirelessly for this peace, were to be paid, there would be no currency in this land to pay them. As we sit here, we wonder, what would LACAMBEL say? Of all the things that we have talked about here, a man so selfless that he gave his time and everything in pursuit of the most important things in Acholi. I don't think if LACAMBEL were to rise up now, he would say, I am looking for this payment. When you are selfless, you do things for the good of others, and not just for yourself, and not for any penny or shilling. I want to thank the office of the RCC, because when we heard about the passing of LACAMBEL, he wrote a letter to the President's office. A copy was given to me in my office to notify them about the passing of a peace icon. And he used very honorable and good choice of diction to depict the contribution that he made. Mr. Speaker and distinguished members of Council, it is indeed important for government to recognize and compensate. Even if Mr. LACAMBEL on his own would not say, pay me for what I have done, because he did it for his people, we find that it is worthy of recognition. And therefore the resolutions made here will be carefully documented, and we will share with all relevant offices for action. We are fortunate that our senior brother, the Honorable Gilbert, is here to represent fully to his colleagues what was discussed here. We will back that up with a written document for your purpose and to share with the relevant authorities. For the media, if you look at how LACAMBEL used the media, he used the media productively. Productively. He used the media for the benefit of the people, not at the detriment of the people and society. That is why he would use a radio to call on ex-combatants to come home. But if you're in the media today, what are you using your gadgets for? Are you misrepresenting facts? Are you putting a catchy headline when the content is actually something else? May we in the media fraternity learn from that. And use our truth, use our God-given gifts to bless other people and the society that we come from. There is no culture as elaborate, as industrious as the Acholi culture. It's not there. I think we are in the league of the KwaZulu when you talk about cultures. And our cultures are being infiltrated as we speak today. There are behaviors that are truly un-Acholi. The late worked so hard to preserve the purity and the concentration of the Acholi culture. There is a big lesson for us to take from this today. As council, as leaders, in our various disciplines. How do we celebrate this legacy and extend the gesture of cultural preservation? And this is not, friends, this is not a responsibility of Gulu City Council only. When we speak about legacy, we speak about ourselves in our own homes. Start there. And they actually also dresses up decently. And we have our children leaving our doorsteps with mini skirts, and we are okay with it. And that's why I say, it is not just council business. It is our business. As a people, as a culture. Mr. Speaker, suggestions for the Hall of Fame came out. I love this idea. And I think we need to, as a collective, discuss this further. Because the Hall of Fame is not just merely a place to put photos. There is so much that we can do with the Hall of Fame. We may need to discuss this with my colleague, chairpersons from the Acholi districts. And if Gulu City really is what in the Luo word we say, catch pa Acholi, then may we find a space to construct that here. Mr. Speaker, the town clerk spoke about the statue. There was proposal about building a house in memory of the late. Mr. Speaker, Mr. LACAMBEL worked so tirelessly for peace. And he worked in collaboration with the UPDF. The 4th Division is a close beneficiary of his non-military action. May we start by engaging the 4th Division. There is an engineering brigade here. Mr. Speaker, I will take it up on myself to engage General Felix on this regard. The engineering brigade is the one tasked with constructing Peche Stadium and Gunya University. I don't think all the cement meant to use to construct the stadiums will be finished. I don't think so. I don't think the amount of trips of sand and bricks will all go there. Could we sway some in this direction? That is not a resolution, Mr. Speaker, but that is an idea and a prayer that we will walk the talk alongside those sisters and brothers that benefited from this peace. Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, a public lecture is a great idea. because then that leaves us with the opportunity to continue to discuss the role of media in peace building, the role of media in cultural preservation. It also gives me the opportunity to think about Gulu University Institute of Peace and Strategic Studies. Is this something they could take up as a brainchild and organize that lecture annually for the benefit of all the students in that institute and the general public? These and more are areas that we have to work together. As I sit down, Mr. Speaker,